pretty nice riding car. It's not quite as floaty as you might expect. I mean, it's not like a European sports car or anything, but it drives along pretty nice. We put new shocks in it with a helper spring on them, new springs in the back, did some front end work to it, did some brake work. We put a new master cylinder in it last year, cleaned up the brake booster that was in it. So we put new wheel cylinders in it too. Bill Bayless up at Bayberry Farm Buicks up in Thetford, Vermont, took care of all of this mechanical stuff for me. And I mean, the car just drives so well. It's the car that I've always wanted. I've always had a big affinity for full-size GM cars. I've always wanted a Delta 88 convertible. I've always thought the 65 Riv was one of the nicest, almost a perfect American car design. But this car, it was available. It was cheap. The money I've got into it, I can always get back out. I think I can always sell it for what I've got into it. And it's just always been a really good car. I like the fact that it's got, things like it's got the console with the bucket seats, which actually a lot of these cars, when you look at them, most of them had a bench seat. There weren't that many of them that had the buckets and console, which I really like. And then the other thing was the interior was so solid. I mean, it was just in such decent shape, with the exception of the seats. You own a car like this, you have to understand that it's not like owning a Camaro or a 57 Chevy or something like that. There isn't the aftermarket for these cars that there is for a lot of other stuff, which is unfortunate because you're left to your own devices to find stuff like seat material. But in general, it's just a really fun car to drive. It's a real pleasure for me to have this car and be able to drive it now. I waited for a long time for it to get done, and I just have really had a blast with it since I got it back. So I'm looking forward to having a great summer with it. This is going to be my car now for quite some time, I think. So that's it. I thought I'd take you for a little quick ride here and show you around the car a little bit. And hopefully you'll see it come up in the magazines from time to time. See ya.